hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? Big Porky here, the voice of hardcore boxing, and I hope you've subscribed as well, or I'll be coming to pay you a visit.
Hello people, I'm Dave Courtney and you're watching Porky's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing. Now watch it.
Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing. I'm just going to come straight out with it. I get a lot of stick on a daily basis for being a fan of Hughie Fury. I'm not as big a fan of Hughie's as I was Frotch, but I like Hughie. He's very quiet, you don't get no out of him. I've seen him in training camp many times. He just gets on with his work, and if he's not getting on with his work, he just sits down and he's on his phone. He's not big on conversations, but then again, Savannah Marshall isn't. And I think Hughie gets a lot of stick. He's only 27 years of age, you know. 27. He's had 29 fights, 26 and 3. Now, if you look at the fights that he's had, look at the ones he's lost. The Parker loss, I had him winning that fight, he got robbed. Pulev, he got cut in sparring. I was there, I watched it happen. He had some plastic surgery on it. He fought 4 weeks later, it opened up and beginning of round 2. So your game plan's out window, so he has to be given a bit of credit there, I think. So I don't really count that as a loss. He went 12 rounds. Pulev couldn't get him out there, but I think he got old manned in that fight because it cut as well. And then Povetkin, I think he got old manned again, but I thought he lost by 2 rounds, the Povetkin fight. I could say 2 or 3 rounds, maybe 2 rounds. All learning experience, innit? But he's 27 now, he's coming into his peak. I know you've heard all this before, but I just feel that people need to get behind him and watch what he's capable of, because he's the real deal. But too many people want to knock Hughie because he's not controversial, because he's not out there on social media, is he? He's not an interactor, is he, Hughie? He does his training and he goes about his business, doesn't he? Like I've just said there, he's not big on, you know, jokes or, you know, but I think you should get behind him. He's a young lad, isn't he? He's been a pro 9 years. Get behind him. Coming up 10 years a pro. Just back him best you can. But he's not getting the fights, is he? Why he's not getting the fights, I don't know. I don't know if it's Hughie knocking them back and his dad, or if they're offering them poor money, because they've been paid well in the past, haven't they? If they're offering them poor money, I don't know. People just don't want to. They're not queuing up to fight Hughie, are they, at the moment? And it's quite sad, isn't it? All these big fighting men, and Hughie will take all of them on, but he don't seem to be getting fights. He's not getting the rub of the green, is he? Eddie Hearn couldn't deliver for him. And it looks to me like Sky are not delivering for him. I don't know, I might be wrong, I might be talking out of turn there. But it looks to me like he's not getting Robert Green. That's how it looks to me anyway. But hey, listen, what do I know? What do I know? Right? I'm just an amanegger, aren't I? I'll just do a YouTube channel and I shoot my mouth off. I said things that nobody else says, but that's just me, innit? I'll take it on the chin. You know, if anybody's got a problem with it, it's going to be me that'll be dealing with it at a show, or if I'm in shopping out in Meadowhall one day or whatever. I can live with that. You know, I'm a big boy. You know, I'm 52-year-old this year, so I'm okay with that. But what I won't do is do this channel an arse lick I'm not going to arsehole. If Hughie fights terrible in his next fight, I'll be the first to be critical. But I'll do it in a constructive way. So, but Hughie and his dad are not going to stick their tongues up anybody's arsehole in boxing. They're not short of a few quid, are they? So, for them it ain't about money, is it? It's about getting on. But we're going to see, aren't we? But Hughie's going to be in a proper fight this summer. Has got to be, because we're waiting forever, haven't we? But he's on a good run now, so let him get another win under his belt. His 30th fight, and let's move on to his 31st fight, round about his 28th birthday, and let's see him in a proper fight. But I'd like to see him in with Tony Yoka, Ergovic, Luis Ortiz, Chris Arreola, Andy Ruiz, Joe Joyce DeBar. No, maybe not them because they're Warren fighters, aren't they? But I'd like to see him in with, you know, a Trevor Bryan or something like that. I'd just want to see Hughie in a good fight. I don't think it's a lot to ask, but I think it's nothing short of scandalous what's gone on. So I'm going to back him, aren't I? As regards Savannah Marshall, I'm looking forward to seeing Savannah in the biggest female fight to ever be on our screens. Ever. It's the biggest female fight ever. Double Olympic champion with 3 belts at middleweight as a pro against a world champion amateur who beat her in amateurs, her only loss, and she's now got one of the 4 belts as a middleweight as a pro. They're both 12-0, is it? Savannah's got a bigger KO ratio, but I want to see this fight. This fight is the biggest fight in female boxing history. You've got the puncher boxer against the boxer with a big arse. She has got a big arse, hasn't she? Am I going to say it's small? There's no wrong with a big arse. Just saying hers is a bit bigger. It's a bit, you know, Jenny Sack. At Sopranos, you could get lost in there. It needs its own zip code, doesn't it, Clarissa's arse? But we wish her well, but Savannah will punch her upside down. No ifs, no buts, she'll punch her upside down. And get behind Savannah for this fight. And he needs pushing for pay-per-view as well. This has got to be the first female pay-per-view fight. Got to be. It easily does 200,000 buys at £20. That's 4 million in pot. Million for Savannah, million for Clarissa, million for Boxer and Sky. I think that's brilliant. That's how I looked at it. But it's got to be pay-per-view, surely. With a great undercard. Hughie against Ergovic or Tony Yoka on undercard. That'd be good, wouldn't it? If they want to step up. But nobody's stepping up to fight Hughie, are they? Savannah's only really got 1 dance partner in boxing. Hughie's got about 20, but they're all dodging him, aren't they? Why? I don't know, but bring the spew at me in the comments section. Bring it. And bring it in the emails, even though I don't deal with emails if they're negative. Bring it in emails and give these something here to do. Alright? Peace out, keep on trucking, keep supporting boxing. Don't have nightmares, alright? Do not have nightmares, but like I've just said there, I want everybody to get behind Savannah. We fight with Clarissa Shields, and people need to start jumping on Hughie Fury bandwagon. But you will do once he wins his next fight, won't you? Boxing fans are fickle. Alright? Big shout out Eastwood Autos.
It has been quite an incredible couple of years for Rachel Blackmore, hasn't it? And she'll do it again tomorrow. Well, with us is a man we can ask, and that's betting expert Adam Smith. Let's start with Rachel Blackmore and Minella Times. What are their chances of winning tomorrow?
Well, the chances are about 9 to 1. Minella Times has been very popular with the betting public already this week, and that could continue into tomorrow. And Minella Times could actually go a favourite for this year's renewal, despite carrying £15 more than Minella Times carried last year. So it's got a tougher task, but everything Rachel Blackmore touches at the moment turns to gold, including the Gold Cup at Cheltenham last month, and you wouldn't put it past her going back-to-back and winning again.
It would be an incredible story for the rest of us, but I'm guessing not the best result for the bookies.
Yeah, it's a bit like saying Manila Times has been popular all week. It's continued today and could well go off favourite, but there's all sorts of different gambles that are going to go on, and it's a very popular event betting-wise, the most popular in the world and definitely in the UK. So Manila Times could well go off favourite.
So talk us through some of the other stories then, some of the other favourites. Who should we be looking out for tomorrow?
Yeah, so the top of the market's dominated by the Irish trained horses at the moment. They've got 3 of the 4 favourites at the top of the market. They're around 9 to 1 each. They trained the first 5 home last year, the Irish, so very much Irish dominated. But the UK standout hope is Snow Leopardess. And Snow Leopardess is actually a female horse, and a female horse hasn't won the National since 1951. And the story behind Snow Leopardess is amazing. This horse actually retired from racing, was injured, went away, had a baby foal, and has come back to racing and could well have a favourites chance in the National and win tomorrow.
Wow, and this is also the first Grand National since the death of Trevor Hemmings, the owner from Lancashire, who bred actually 3 Grand National winners here over 30 years association. He will be very sadly missed, but he will be represented here tomorrow.
Yeah, well, he's already actually represented at the racecourse. There's a bar named after Many Clouds, his most recent winner. And Cloth Cap went off favourite for the Grand National this year, didn't make it very far round, and frankly hasn't done a lot on the form book since. But the unique test of the Grand National can bring out some strange results. And Cloth Cap is around 25 to 1. Trevor Hemmings has also got another runner in the race that is around 66 to 1. So look out for those colours, the famous white and green colours, as you're scrolling through your race card.
And just briefly, I know that the bookies can be cast as the panto villains because they take our money off us every year, but it must have been tough for some of these independent bookmakers not being able to come down here for the last couple of years. What's it like for them this week? They must be buzzing.
Well, it's been really good to have crowds back. Obviously at Cheltenham, the rail bookmakers were reporting record turnover and interest. The crowds have been buzzing, and that's continued over into Liverpool and at Aintree this week. The Tote have been reporting record turnover as well. So they're just happy to have the fans back, and there's some good results in the book, and there'll be some bad results in the book as well, and it could be Rachel Blackmore again.
Adam, thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully that's helped you pick a winner for the Grand National this year.
Pop, pop, bang! On the floor. End of. Give me them belts back where you stole them, you bum. And that's it. You like that one, didn't you? Right, first of all, I just want to say thank you very much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me, because we're on this journey together, aren't we? So anybody got any ideas for the channel, fire them over to me, porkycorner@mail.com. Alright? Shout out to Innovation Alloys and South Yorkshire Packaging. Alright? Don't forget to subscribe, keep on trucking.